Hello dear students, hope you all are fit and fine. Dear students, today in English class we will discuss second part of tense, that is past tense and future tense. Students, in previous class we have already discussed present tense. So students, let's start it with the past tense now. So students, let's see first of all how to write down the sentences of simple past tense. What's the formation? Yes students, when we have to make an affirmative sentence, which जब आपको affirmative simple sentence prepare करना है, students construct करना है, then students how can we prepare? Subject plus verb की second form. Remember students, in affirmative sentences second form of verb is used. Okay, use second form of a verb with all the persons. Now students, interrogative sentences students use did. Okay, place did students before the subject. Subject से पहले आप क्या यूज करेंगे बेटा? Did. Okay, place did before the subject and then students use first form of the verb after the subject. Remember students, did के बाद जब आप यूज करेंगे verb की first form. Okay, place did before the subject and use first form of verb after the subject. And students, in negative sentence students, place did not. Okay, place did not after the subject and use first form of verb. For example students, I played. Simple sentence, I didn't play. Negative, did not को हमने यूज कर लिया. Then did I play, did I not play. Like this students, we can frame sentences using past tense. Next one, Hari came to my house yesterday. He did not see me yesterday. Did you buy this book yesterday? Now students, let's see where to use simple past tense. Students, simple past tense is used to express a past action or event. Okay, to express a past action or event. बेटा हम एक past action और event को जब express करें, describe करना students, then we use simple past tense. For example, Edison invented the gramophone in 1887. Past action 1887 में हमने इन्वेंटेड किया ये. तो एडिसन इन्वेंटेड द ग्रामोफोन इन 1887. इट्स द पास्ट इवेंट और वी कैन से एक्शन. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, नेक्स्ट वन, टू एक्सप्रेस अ हैबिट और कस्टम इन द पास्ट. ओके, रिमेंबर टू एक्सप्रेस अ हैबिट और कस्टम इन द पास्ट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, गांधी जी ऑलवेज स्पोक द truth. Here, habit in the past. Gandhiji always spoke the truth. Next one, to express an action going on at the time stated. For example, she was watching the television when I went to her home. Next, when past showing time means yesterday, last, ago. These words, okay, yesterday, last, ago, when past showing time is given in the sentence, then we use simple past tense. For example, I received your letter yesterday. Students, remember, if a past action has a link with the present, बेटा अगर एक past action का कुछ link है present के साथ, if past action has a link with the present, then students we use present perfect. And students, if a past action has no link with the present, then students we use simple past tense. Okay, and also remember students that we do not use a past time reference such as yesterday, last week, etc. with present perfect tense. Okay, now students, let's move on with the next one. For a short event or action that comes one after another. We take short event के लिए एक action जो बहुत short actions we can say. Then again we use second form. For example, we looked left. Short action, then right, then again short action, then we cross the road. Like this students, when we are talking about a short event or action that comes one after other, then students we use past tense. Okay, then students, for an action done repeatedly, habitually, or at regular times in the past. Okay, regular times in the past. For example, he visited his mother every Sunday until her death. Means until her death. उनकी death होने से पहले की बात है. He visited, उनकी एक habit थी ये. He visited his mother every Sunday until her death. Here students, we can use simple past tense. Now students, let's move on to the past continuous tense. So students, first of all, let's see formation. First of all students, we can write down subject, then helping verb was, were, then students verb की first form and ing. Here students, in affirmative sentence use was and were according to the subject. बेटा अगर आपका subject singular है then use was, and if it's plural then use were. According to subject students we use was and were. And students, after the first form of verb means vi plus ing. Then students, to frame negative sentence we put note. ओके हम इसमें क्या ऐड कर देते हैं? नोट. वी पुट नोट बिटवीन द हेल्पिंग वर्ब एंड द प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल, और वी कैन से वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्लस आईएनजी. फॉर एग्जांपल सब्जेक्ट प्लस वॉज और वर प्लस नोट प्लस वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्लस आईएनजी. द स्टूडेंट्स, इन इंटेरोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस द हेल्पिंग वर्ब इज पुट बिफोर द सब्जेक्ट. बेटा जो हेल्पिंग वर्ब है वॉज और वर, जब हमें बेटा इंटेरोगेटिव सेंटेंस फ्रेम करना है तो हम उसको बेटा क्या करेंगे? सब्जेक्ट से पहले लगा देंगे. ओके, बिफोर द सब्जेक्ट. द हेल्पिंग वर्ब इज पुट बिफोर द सब्जेक्ट. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, लेट्स सी दीज एग्जांपल्स. आई वॉज प्लेइंग, आई वॉज नॉट प्लेइंग, वॉज आई प्लेइंग, वॉज आई नॉट प्लेइंग. Now students, let's see the uses of past continuous tense. Students, this tense is used to express an action that was happening in the past at the time of speaking. For example, they were not making a noise. And students, this tense is often used together with the simple past tense. बेटा हमें simple past tense के साथ इसका ज़्यादातर यूज़ करते हैं. This tense is often used together with a simple past tense. Why? To show that one activity was in progress, कि एक activity जो है वो progress में है, while another took place. For example, students, Seema was taking tea. Action 1, it was in progress. Okay, the tense is often used together with a simple past tense to show that one activity was in progress. Which activity was in progress? Seema was taking tea. Then when I entered her room, action 2 happened. Okay, while another took place. So students, this tense is often used together with a simple past tense, means entered, simple past tense, and was taking, its past continuous. This tense is often used together with a simple past tense to show that one activity was in progress while another took place. We can take one more example. I was doing my homework when lights went off. I was doing my homework. Action 1 was in progress, that I was doing my homework, and second action happened is when lights went off. Okay students, past continuous and simple past tenses are used with while in a sentence to indicate two actions were going on at the same time in the past. कि two actions जो है बेटा वो continue है at the same time पर in the past. For example, while my brother was laughing, my sister was crying. Okay, in this students we can see that these two actions were going on at the same time in the past. Okay students, now students, let's move on to the past perfect tense. First of all, let's see the formation, how to frame the sentences. First of all students, we can write down subject, then helping verb we will use had. Subject plus had plus third form of the verb. Then students, for negative, subject plus had plus note plus V3. And then students, for interrogative, we will write down had plus subject plus third form of the verb. For example, I had played. In affirmative sentence, students, we have used had with V3, or we can say third form of the verb. I had played. The students, to form negative sentences, we use not after had. For example, I had not played. Then for interrogative students, had is put before the subject. Okay, had is put before the subject. For example, had I played, had I not played. Now students, let's see the uses of past perfect tense. Here students, past perfect tense is used to denote an action, to show an action which had been completed before another action had begun. To denote an action which had been completed before another action had begun. For example, students, the train had left before I reached the स्टेशन मीन्स उसके स्टेशन से पहुंचने से पहले ही कौन सा एक्शन कंप्लीट हो गया था. द ट्रेन हैड लेफ्ट. ओके, टू डिनोट एन एक्शन विच हैड बीन कंप्लीटेड बिफोर अनदर एक्शन हैड बिगन. बिफोर दिस एक्शन हैड बिगन, आई रीच द स्टेशन. उससे पहले क्या वर्क हो चुका था? द ट्रेन हैड लेफ्ट. सो स्टूडेंट्स, वी विल यूज हियर पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस. Then students, to express an unfulfilled wish in the past. बेटा हमारे पास की कोई unfulfilled wish हो जो पूरी नहीं हुई है, then again students we use past perfect tense. For example, I wish I had accepted the offer. उसकी एक wish थी कि काश कि उसने जो है उसका offer जो accept कर लिया होता. I wish I had accepted the offer. Students, remember that past perfect tense is used to denote an action which had been completed before another action had begun. For example, students, the train had left. The train had left. यहाँ पर हम क्या use करेंगे students? Past perfect. Before I reached the station. यहाँ पर हमने क्या use करा बेटा? Second form of the verb means simple past tense. Students, the two actions are in some way related to each other. Now students, here the earlier event is expressed in the past perfect tense. जो बेटा earlier event है उसको हमने किस में express करना है? Past perfect में. For example, the train had left. और students, later जो है बाद वाली जो है उसको हमने simple past tense में. Okay, remember students, the two actions are in some way related to each other, and the earlier event is expressed in the past perfect tense and later in the simple past. Next one, for an action which happened before a definite time in the past. Okay, for an action before a definite time in the past. For example, they had completed their task by 10 o'clock. Means before 10 o'clock students, they had completed their task. This action happened before a definite time in the past. Next one students, to express an unfulfilled condition of the past. If it is unfulfilled condition, अगर ये unfulfilled condition है बेटा जो पूरी नहीं हो सकी ऐसी condition, to show that we use past perfect tense. For example, if he had come to me, I would have helped him. If he had come to me, then I would have helped him. Then to show unfulfilled condition of the past, we use perfect tense. Okay, past perfect tense. Now students, let's move on to the past perfect continuous tense. Students, first of all, let's see the formation. To make affirmative sentence, students, first of all, subject should be there, then had plus been plus verb की first form plus ing. Then students, to form negative one, subject plus had plus not plus been plus verb की first form plus ing. Means students, in negative sentences, not is introduced between had and been. Remember, between had and been we use not to form negative sentences. Next one students, interrogative sentences, had plus subject plus been plus verb की first form plus ing. Now students, let's see these examples. I had been playing. I had not been playing. Had I been playing? Had I not been playing? Now students, let's see the uses of past perfect continuous tense. Students, past perfect continuous tense is used to show an action that had been going on for some time before another action took place in the past. Remember, that had been going on for some time. For example, we had been solving the sums for 2 hours when you joined us. Means the action of solving the sums had been going on for some time before another action, that is when you joined us, took place in the past. Here students, we can use past perfect continuous tense to show an action that had been going on, like we had been solving the sums for 2 hours before another action took place in the past, like when you joined us. Now students, let's move on to the future tense. First of all students, let's see the formation. Future indefinite tense, how to form affirmative sentences here. First of all, write down subject, then helping verb shall or will according to subject, then verb की first form. Then students, to form negative sentences, use subject plus shall or will, then students note, then verb की first form. Then students, for interrogative sentences, use shall or will before the subject. Okay, use shall or will, then subject, then first form of the verb. Here like this students, we can frame the sentences. Let's see these examples students. We shall play, we shall not play. Shall I play? Shall I not play? He will speak the truth. I shall not go there. Will you follow me? Like this students, we can frame the sentences here. Let us start with the uses of simple future tense, or we can say future indefinite tense. Students, simple future tense is used to denote a future action or event. For example, she will do it next week. He will help you. You will go to college tomorrow. Okay, she will arrive at 6 o'clock. Like this students, for future actions, we use simple future tense. Now students, to express the speaker's opinion or assumption about future, we again use simple future tense to show speaker's opinion. Means I think he will come back. Here speaker's opinion, or we can say assumption, is that he will come back. I think, according to speaker. Okay, I think he will come back means for speaker's opinion, to express the speaker's opinion or assumption, we use simple future tense. Now students, sometimes the simple future tense is used to express habitual actions or general truths. For example students, a dog's tail. A dog's tail will remain crooked. To express general truths, sometimes we also use simple future tense. Now students, let's move on to the future continuous tense. First of all students, let's see the formation. Students, to make affirmative sentences, we use first of all subject, then helping of will or shall, then be plus verb की first form plus ing. Then students, to form negative sentences, first of all use subject, then will shall plus note plus be plus verb की first form or ing. Then students, for interrogative, will or shall plus subject plus be plus verb की first form plus ing. For example students, he will be dancing. I shall not be sleeping. Will they be playing on the guitar? Like this students, we can frame sentences. Now students, let's move on to the uses of future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to denote an action that will be going on at some time in the future. For example, we shall be playing football tomorrow evening. Okay, at some time in future means tomorrow evening, the action of playing football will be going on, means we shall be playing football tomorrow evening. Next one students, for an action that has been planned. Okay, for an action that has been planned, sometimes we use future continuous also. For example, they will be spending holidays in Srinagar this summer. Okay, they will be spending holidays in Srinagar this summer. The action of spending holidays in Srinagar has been planned here. Now students, Future continuous tense is also used to explain an action that will be going on at a given time in future, or we can say that will be in progress at a given time in future. For example, at this time tomorrow we will be watching a movie. At this time tomorrow we will be watching a film. Now students, let's move on to the future perfect tense. So students, first of all, let's discuss the formation. To form affirmative sentences, students use subject, then will or shall, then have, then verb की third form. Then students, to form negative sentence, first of all use subject, then will or shall, then not plus have plus verb की third form. Then to form interrogative sentences, will and shall is placed before the subject, then have, then third form of the verb. For example, I shall have solved this sum. You will not have played. Now students, future perfect tense is used to express an action which is expected to be completed by a certain time in the future, जिसको हम expect करते हैं कि future में इस time तक ये काम जो है complete हो गया होगा. Okay, it is used to express an action which is expected, जिसको हम expect करते हैं to be completed, कि इस वक्त तक ये काम complete हो गया होगा. It is used to express an action which is expected to be completed by a certain time in future. For example, I shall have taken bath. I shall have taken bath before the sun rises. Before the sun rises, I shall have taken bath. Okay, students. Now, students, future perfect continuous tense. Students, let's see the formation first of all. To form affirmative sentences, students use subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus verb की first form plus ing. Then students, to form negative, subject plus will or shall plus not plus have plus been plus verb की first form plus ing. Then students, for interrogative sentences, shall or will be placed before the subject. Then shall will we can say plus subject plus have plus been plus verb की first form plus ing. For example, students, you will have been playing. I shall not have been playing. Shall you have been playing since morning? Now students, let's discuss the uses of future perfect continuous tense. Students, this tense is used to denote an action that will have been going on at or before some point of time in future. Remember, to denote an action that will have been going on, जो continue है, that will be going on, okay, at or before some point of time in future. For example, students, by next month we will have been living in Rohtak for 10 years. Students, this tense is used to express an action which will begin before a certain point of time in the future, will be continuing at that certain point of time, and will continue after that. For example, when you reach the ground, the match will have been going on for 1 hour. It means, students, the match will begin 1 hour before you reach and will still be in progress. Okay, still be in progress at the time of your reaching there, and will continue रहेगा and will continue even after your arrival. Okay students, remember these all points while using future perfect continuous tense. Students, actually this tense combines the meaning of completion and continuity. Okay, this tense combines the meaning of completion and continuity, and although students the duration of time will be complete, the action will still be in progress. I hope you have understood about the formation as well as the uses of past and future tense. Now students, revise all these tenses once again. Okay students, that's all for today students. Thanks and have a nice day.